What's good, everyone? It's your boy Richard Wong, aka RW, back with another video. And today I wanted to take a look at the new Native Instruments Play Series instrument, Duets. So first we're gonna make a beat with it, then we're gonna go through the instrument, see the features, maybe go through some presets, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts. And by the way, I'm not sponsored, but before we get started, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe for more videos. Let's get it. So here we are in the session. Everything's from Duets except the kick and the 808. So first thing I started with is these keys, and I used the James World preset. Just laid down a nice little progression. Sounds like this. This nice little progression, just so you guys know, I did start at a different key, but eventually I just, pitched things up and down. So this right here originally I believe was higher, but then I pitched it down when I added some other elements. So then I heard a vocal sample on top of it, so I went through Duets, because Duets does have vocal samples, kind of like Arcade and things like that, where you can just play out full vocal samples and runs. And this one right here, I used the How Could You preset in A minor. That's what it normally is. Then I bounced it out and I pitched up 7 semitones, and I put this EQ on it right here on the phone preset. I did tweak it a little bit. It's not the exact preset. I tweaked it a little bit, opened it up a little bit, and I think I lowered these 3 as well. And it sounds like this. Then I added the 7th Wonder preset. I used it as a bass. And as you can see, a lot of instruments in Duets does this. I guess it's where the name comes from, Duets, where the keyboard is split up into 2 different instruments. For example, I use the bass, which is on this side. But on this side over here, it's like a key sound. So essentially, this instrument is made for, being able to play 2 things at once, which is pretty cool. So I just used the bass part and I cut out the highs, and it sounds like this together. Simple pattern. I pretty much just followed the bass notes of the chords, and I added this run at the end, which follows the key pattern that I have at the end as well. I decided to do a B section as well with only the chords, so I just had the original, and I got rid of all the little runs in between. And then I also added these vocal chops. So what I did was I took the vocal sample that we had, the finished one, and I reversed it, and I threw it in the sampler in Logic, created a new pattern just for some variation and keep things more interesting. Now with the drums in 808, everything sounds like this. All right, so here we are on the instrument itself. I'm not going to go too deep into it because it is a play series instrument. I'm sure you guys already know what those are about. It's essentially two sounds put together into one thing where you can switch out all the sounds you want and create your own sound, or you can use their built-in presets that they have as well. And of course, with all play series instruments, you can go into it, tune each layer. You know, they have different envelopes that you can do, LFOs, and of course there's macros at the bottom that you can switch out, dice to randomize it. And there's some extra effects where you can put, you know, phasers, reverbs, delays, and there's a bunch of different effects, as you can see, all based on Native Instruments stuff like Guitar Rig or their plugins, their effect plugins. Sequencer, you can do ARPs and sequences and stuff like that. Of course, the macros where you can kind of change and edit these macros down here to your liking. But I feel like for most people who use play series instruments, it's all about the presets and the sounds that it comes with. So let's go through a couple. If you go through here, there's a bunch of keys, leads, pads, plucks, riffs, and runs, which is essentially what I said before. They're like the arcade style instruments where it's like a chopped up sample or something like that and you just play it. And for this instrument in particular, it's just vocal samples essentially. So you can just go to them and then you see here, this is where the vocal samples are in the red. Right? And then over here, like instrument sounds you can play. So you can do it together. Like I said, duets. You're just essentially doing a duet with one instrument. And then, of course, if you don't like the key, you can do what I did, bounce it out, pitch it up, or you can go into the sound itself and transpose. Now, I will say while playing with this instrument, presets are actually really good. So let's go through a couple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the MIDI from the keys I had earlier. I'm going to bring it down. So that way we can hear what it sounds like. And we're going to go through some presets. So let's go through some keys because that is a key sound I use. So let's go through the key sounds because the key sounds are really good. So those are pretty much all the key presets, and for me personally, I believe an instrument like this, you can really tell the quality of the sounds from listening to the keys, just because keys are more of an in-between instrument as opposed to like pads or plucks. It's kind of somewhere in between. So when you have good quality key sounds in an instrument like this that aims towards pad key sounds and vocal sounds and stuff like that, I feel like the keys are a great place to look. And as you heard, there's a lot of great sounds in there that can be used in a lot of different ways, different genres, and they all sound pretty quality. And of course, if there's something a little bit that you don't like about those sounds, you can always tweak it. Just go straight in to the instrument, and there's a lot of options. Definitely recommend checking this out. Native Instruments really doesn't miss when it comes to the Play series. I feel like the Play series is great for beginners and advanced users as well. They just make it so easy to get a sound that you want and get you started. But definitely check out Duets as well as the other Play series instruments and give them a try. But that's gonna be it for this one. And definitely check out all my links in the description to my social media, my other platforms, and even the gear I use. But before we get going, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know exactly what you think or other videos you want to see from me, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time. Peace.
They don't know what it takes for you to chase your dreams. All these sacrifices don't know what it brings. This just feels so right, yeah. This just feels so right, yeah. Blinded by the lights in the limousines, but all I care about